Hello again. This is part 19. We're going to do some preparation for exploring Wayward Cave in this episode. First off, I have to go and get the TM for Flash because I didn't think to do it before. And I'm mainly doing that because even though it's possible to explore Wayward Cave without Flash, it's a major pain in the butt, so I'm just gonna waste some time and get it, and waste a Pokeball getting an HM Slave specifically for that purpose. Because I don't think Beedrill can learn it. But I'm only gonna use this Flash guy for what, like 2 times? I can't even remember if the Victory Road has Flash stuff. So yeah, the Geodudes have decided to torment me once again with their Geodudeness. You know, now that I think about it, everyone makes a big deal about female Mr. Mimes, and female Machamps to some lesser extent, but nobody talks about female Geodudes, even though it's a dude. You know, they don't say anything about Geodudettes, or, you know. And of course, I don't know, maybe Geodude doesn't deserve the attention, because, you know, yeah, you know by now, you know I hate Geodudes. Yeah, I'm never gonna look at Geodudes the same way after this run. But let's see. So Flash was turned into a TM for some reason. They just I don't even remember what they replaced it with. I mean, yeah, there's the whole defog thing, but I don't remember if defog's TM5 now. But they do like the same thing, only fog is more annoying than Flash. I mean, it surrounds you in a haze where you can only see a couple steps in front of you. Except in a fog, it actually affects battle, so. Yeah, defog was a complete waste of time. I don't think it was not necessary. It's kind of like Dive in the Ruby and Sapphire, you know. They could have just made an item for it or something, you know. So, here we're coming up on biggest time waster in the run. There is another hiker here. And I'm sure you all know how I treat hikers. I make them suffer slow, miserable deaths. I'm the one that's miserable, by the way. And this guy only has 2 Pokemon. They're both Onix, if I remember right, which have higher defense than Geodudes, and they therefore take even longer to take down. And I'm double its level, for God's sake. It shouldn't be that hard. Ugh. I'm not... Yeah, the Onixes decide to use Bind before I double team, so... Yeah. A small amount of damage is inflicted to me. I like how the residual Bind damage does more than the initial attack. I don't know the mathematics behind Bind, but... yeah, Bind is not very useful. I mean, he could be using Rock Throw and be actually somewhat making me uneasy. But instead, I'm just free to double team. Maybe Bind's, like, keeps double team from working for a time, because he's landed all his hits so far, even though I have 3 double teams on him. And Bind's done, so... that's 4 double teams. I think a double teaming is... no, double team doesn't take a majority of the time, but... the Onixes nowadays use Rage, because they... I don't know, they're angry at me for double teaming. I don't find Rage very useful unless you, like, taunt them. Like, taunt your opponent. No, can Dugtrio learn taunt and Rage? I don't know. If there's a Pokemon that has Taunt, Rage, and some sort of trapping move or ability, that might work. But, you know, it's about as useful as Bide or something, you know? It relies on your opponent being a dumbass. And, generally online, they're not gonna be dumbasses, so... First Onix is finally down, and I get a critical hit when I didn't need it. So you get a decent amount of experience from Onyx at this point. 300 is not a bad amount. But there's plenty more fun ways of getting experience. So I don't know how they're getting all these screeches on me despite the 4 double teams I have. Like, if they got me with a rock throw at this point, I'd probably be screwed. And that's the problem with fighting these guys. I have to rely on luck so much. Yeah, I'm getting really sick of that aerial ace animation, but I'm gonna see it for the... See, he hits me with the weak move. Why is that? Is the game trying to pretend to be nice or something? You know. And that takes down his second Onyx, and Hiker Theodore is dead. I wish he was dead, you know. You know, I don't really think Theodore is a hiker name. And here I have to catch my flasher, and it's taking longer than I'd like. But yeah, the reason I go for I can't remember if Ponyta learns Flash, and I couldn't remember while I was recording this either, so I don't bother catching this guy. Instead, I go for a Bronzor, and I really think they could have made a better name. I mean, Bronzong almost makes sense, because it's bronze and it makes a ball. But Zors, lol. Are they trying to make fun of the net speakers some more or something? And, yeah. I was actually surprised about how much damage I did to Bronzor, considering he's a steel type. He's one of the most popular defensive walls in the game. At least his evolution is. And yeah, this is another Pokeball you're gonna see me throw. Let's see, you're gonna see me throw, I think, 4 balls in this entire series. Depends on whether Bibarel can learn Waterfall or not, I'm not sure. And right after Wayward Cave, this Bronzor is going in the PC, just like Chimchar. And isn't bronze like supposed to be like a bronze color, not blue, or something? I don't know. Alright, so yeah, healing up because Wayward Cave is an ordeal, and then teaching a Flash, and that's all significant about this segment. I don't find the use for Prism. Pokemon with the same moves generally shouldn't be matched up against each other. I just don't see a situation like that happening. And that's the end. Next segment, we'll be traveling through Wayward Cave and meeting with a small child who has somehow got lost in the very back of it. Terrible parents.